So this short video is the third in our little sequence of restorative moves. So this one, it's about core stabilising and then some stretching and releasing. So we're going to be floor based, you don't need any weights, you are just going to work through a few dead bugs to start with. And I know that we know the dead bug very well and indeed love it very dearly. But I just thought that actually because of that it might be a good one to do when you're feeling that you're a little bit tight and you know it's nice to do something that you feel familiar with, so and that you feel is beneficial. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to suggest a couple of ways that you might want to extend the dead bug once you feel you're out of sort of rehab mode and you're turning to make things a little bit more challenging, but not massively challenging, just a little bit more drawing out strength, I suppose. So I'm going to say that we're going to start with the same leg lower for 30 seconds. Now, you do your version. Wherever you're at, you do the version that is working for you. These are just ideas to throw something into the mix. So we're going to do 30 seconds, starting in 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm going to take my left leg down to the floor, breathing out as I lower it, and breathing again to lift. So keep it coming here, breathing out to lower, same leg as lowering, breathing in to lift. And again, now keeping that neutral hold absolutely static and really fully engaging the tummy muscles as you breathe out, and then recovering on an in-breath. Now I really want you to feel that your tummy muscles are drawing down towards the spine. This is your last one. And then lifting up, draw both knees into the chest here and just easing out, maybe rock from side to side, but you're trying to just ease out the lower back by drawing the knees in close and letting the back curl a little against the mats. So we're going to do the same again, taking both feet up in the air again here, line them up over each hip, have them hip width apart, don't have the knees or toes turning in, and then we're going to do the right leg lowering here. But you do your version again, so breathing out to lower whichever leg is for you at the moment, and then lifting up on an in-breath. So what I meant to say was breathing out to lower and breathing in as you lift up. Now I keep getting it wrong, don't I? No, I don't. Breathing out to lower and breathing in to lift. And again, breathing out to lower. And breathing in to lift. And then bringing your knees into the chest. Again, give your back a little rock and roll, side to side. Let the hip flexors release if they're feeling like they're doing a little bit of the work there. Let everything just relax a bit. And then we're going to do one more set. This time I'm going to suggest that as you lower the right leg, you might want to lower the left arm and then keep alternating arm and leg as you work through your interval. In 2, 1, it's the right leg and the left arm. As you breathe out, you're lowering them towards the floor and then lifting up on an in-breath. And then repeating that, the other leg and the other arm, use that whole range of motion and get your breath to extend through that whole range of motion. So breathing out, lower the arm and leg towards the floor, holding a very static tummy and back. Using the abs, draw them into the spine. Remember that you're really drawing them down. And then up you come on the last one. And drawing the knees in towards the chest. Again, hug. And then gently rock from side to side. So we're going to work through from here a few releases and sort of stretching movements that we know work and that also helps sort of disperse tension and stress, which are big players when it comes to muscle tightness and backs going into spasm and that kind of thing. I'm just going to put my timer out of the way. And you're going to take both hands above the chest, bringing both heels towards the bum. Imagine that your knees are glued together and you have only got a single leg and both legs are working as one. You're going to drop both knees down to your left side and lower both hands to the right side. And you're going to look down the length of the right arm there. Just relax into the stretch. Take a deep breath and let everything go. Allow the back to release. And then when you're ready to take an in-breath, bring the arms up above the chest. And then breathing out, lower the knees to the other side and the arms to the other side. Lengthening again through the spine. Take a deep breath once you're there, and on the out breath, just let the tension release. Let everything go. Allow the arms to relax. The neck and shoulders can let go. They're supported by the floor, they don't have to do anything. We're going to reverse that again, breathing in to bring the knees above the hips and the arms above the chest. Then breathing out, lower the arms down to your right side again. Now keeping the thighs stuck together like this single leg, all you're going to do is straighten the knee of your right leg. Straighten, and just see if you can find the floor with your toes of your right foot. And so you're just supporting that leg as it extends, but the weight that the leg that you're gaining from extending the knee is just drawing your back into a little bit more of a stretch. Only do this variation if you feel like your back is happy to do it. When you're ready, bend the knee and bring both feet together again, and then up and over with the knees and the arms, dropping them down to the other side. And then doing the same thing again, extending at the knee of the left leg, and you're just keeping both thighs close, if not glued together, and you're finding the floor with your left toe. And that allows the leg to relax, and it allows the back to hand over control of the support of the leg. You're not trying to hold that through any tension in the core. The floor is supporting the leg that's extended and the leg that's bent, and you can just breathe nice deep breaths. Releasing any tightness on your out breath, letting everything go, and then bending that top knee to bring the knees up and above your hips again. Maybe take hold of the knees again here, draw them in, and gently again just rock side to side to release any tension. From here, I want you to roll over onto your side and push yourself up to sitting. Give yourself some support to make that movement. Make sure you do roll onto your side. Ease yourself back up to sitting that way. I just want to work through a few little movements here to just sort of make a flowing kind of release series of movements. So you're going to have the elbows just a little bit, well, directly below the shoulders, and a little bit wider than the chest, and you're going to draw the elbows towards you and draw the rib cage forwards between the elbows. So following that dead bug move that we did, we're just releasing the muscles through the tummy here. Look straight ahead and keep drawing the elbows in towards your body as if you're trying to ease the rib cage forwards. Pulling the elbows in, pulling them in, pulling them in. And then you are going to, from here, just come up via all fours. Take the knees a bit wider than hip width. Allow the bum to lower to the back heels. And just let the body lower between the knees. Inch the fingertips away from you as you let the forehead rest down on your mat. Let the back of the neck relax and just breathe nice and easy here. Really take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, empty the lungs completely, all the way out. So you're going to do that again one more time. Take a big deep breath in. Expand the rib cage right at the base of the lungs as you breathe in really deeply. Now with your out breath, you're going to come back up onto all fours. Bring the knees below hips as you travel. And then lowering the hips down between the hands. Again, we're extending through the front of the body here by allowing the hips to drop down. Feel that stretch between the pelvis and the rib cage. Try to lower the shoulders away from the ears and flex through the elbows. Let the front body just relax a little here and release. And then from here you're going to come up to all fours and you're going to take the hands below hips, hands below shoulders in fact, and knees below hips. And I want you to take a big breath out here. Breathing out, push the hands into the floor and lift the tummy away from the floor, pushing the back up towards the ceiling, lowering the head down. So feel that you're stretching across the shoulder blades and you're stretching between the pelvis and the skull as well. So breathing in, come back to neutral spine. And then one more time, breathing out. Push the floor away, ease out across the shoulder blades by pushing the heels of the hands into the floor. And then back you come to all fours. And then we're going to just have a go again. Let's take the knees a little wider than with and lowering the palm down towards the heels. Inch the fingertips away from you, relax into this position and breathe nice and easy. Take a deep breath or two here. Think about the ribcage expanding right away towards the base of the ribcage, and then up you come. We're going to go around again here. You're going to take the elbows back down to the floor and just ease the ribcage through that gap between the hands, between the forearms, the upper arms. Ease the elbows towards the body and feel the stretch open through the front of the trunk from the tummy muscles and around the ribcage. And then up you come again onto all fours. And here you're going to push the floor away from you, easing out across the upper back, easing out through the lumbar spine as you allow the spine to lift towards the ceiling. Using an in-breath, come to neutral spine. And again, breathing out. Lift, lift, lift the back, draw the shoulder blades wide and feel the out-breath helping you to let the spine curl. And then back to neutral spine again here. So bringing your knees a little bit closer beneath your pelvis. You might want a little bit of padding for your knees here. Just fold your mat or put something under your knees so it's a little bit soft. Lifting the feet away from the floor, wag your tail. Side to side, nice and free and easy. Give me a few tail wags, and then when you're ready you can drop both feet to the right side. Both hands come to the right side of your mat, and using the left fingertips, hang onto the floor, make those your anchor point as you drop the hips down to the left side. Just relax into this stretch. And from here I want you to again use your breathing, take a deep breath so that you can really open into the ribcage down that left side. Take your time if it's comfortable to hold in this position, and take another deep breath, expanding into the ribcage as fully as you can with your breathing. And then on your out breath, returning to your all fours position, and we're going to go again wagging the tail. Nice and easy. Just feel that this tail wag movement opens and releases around that area just above the pelvis. And you're going to pop both feet down to the left side, and then taking both hands over to the left side, you hang on with the right fingertips and drop the hips down to the right side. Hang on nice and sort of strongly through the right fingertips so that you can really find that stretch. You can ease into it, knowing that your fingertips are going to sort of hold you steady. And use your breathing while you're here. You're opening up the right side of the lungs, so that right lung really getting an opportunity to fill with air, and then you're releasing it. You're finding one of those quieter corners of the lung here, those little pockets that don't necessarily see quite so much action. You're giving them a big breath of fresh air and releasing that on and out breath. And then up you come back to all fours. And then what have I got next? So then I'm going to suggest that from our all fours position, you pop both feet over to your right side, you lift up the right leg, take it up and over, and you gently ease into your pigeon stretch here. Holding and releasing any tension, any tightness, just to try to let it go here nice and gently. Releasing everything around tight backs comes, really does help sort of make the back feel a bit happier, even though you might be very specific about where that discomfort is. The tightness around all of the other corners of the back will contribute to that. So from there, coming back to all fours, and then you're going to pop both feet over to your left side, lift up the left leg, swing it up and over. Ease into your stretch again on the other side. So here you are allowing the right knee to ease towards the left shoulder. And use your breathing, let the tension out, let everything release and relax. Hold it here for a few seconds, allowing the elbows to support you and the body weight just to ease out that tightness around the glutes you might be finding there. And then again, back we come up to all fours. So if you're comfortable on all fours, let's just take that leg out to the side, and we're going to go into a stretch for your inner thigh here, so extending the leg and allowing the tailbone to travel back to your heel. And if it's comfortable to tuck the toes beneath you here, then just find a stretch for the arch of the foot, just because you can. Let the knee relax, that's extended to the side, and just let the breathing relax and be easy. If you like the one variation, you take the heel to the ceiling, the toe to the ceiling, and then do feel free to introduce your variation, whatever pleases you. Holding for a few seconds, and then bringing the toe back to the floor. Now with all of these, I'm going to swap over here to the other side. With all of these stretches, just feel free to go at your own pace. You know what works. Your body is probably telling you loud and clear what it would like. So take it at your pace, pause the video and just ease into any stretches that are really working for you right now. Or just totally ignore me and go your own way and let me just wrap it away in the corner. Holding steady in whatever stretch you've chosen. And let's assume it's an inner thigh stretch, and maybe you'd like to try that idea of rotating the hip in the socket, so point the toe to the ceiling and feel the result of that just by letting the muscles stretch nice and easy. You're relaxing the knee again, that's extended out to the side there. Hold as you allow the stretch to work, and then bringing the knee back beneath you. We're going to stay on the mat to do our front of thigh stretch here, so coming onto the side, bending the lower knee, take hold of the leg, the upper leg, and draw the heel towards the bum, and just ease the knee back. Ease it back nice and gently, and think of the hip easing forwards gently, and those positions of the joint will just kind of get that stretch travelling up and down the front of your thigh. Hopefully you can feel that, just gently releasing. So breathe while you're here, holding steady, and then when you're ready, let the knee travel forwards before you let the foot go. And then we're going to swing the legs to the other side and do the same again here. So coming onto your elbow, make sure your elbow is below the shoulder, so supporting your upper body. And then you're going to take the upper leg and draw the heel to the bum and ease the knee back as you ease the hip forwards. Holding steady, the front of the thigh, just responding there by feeling a nice stretch. Take it to however much of a stretch is good for you today. Breathe nice and easy all the way through. Holding it there. And then nice and gently, you're going to let the knee ease forwards before you let the foot go. And then up we come. Come into a sitting position, so whatever is comfortable, cross-legged on the floor. All I want to do here is find a couple of stretches for the upper body. So you're going to take both hands overhead, take hold of the right elbow with the left hand, and see how you get on leaning to the left side. If you need to, see if you can just leave the hand there, and you can just pop the hand to the floor to support you in your stretch. If you can hang on to the elbow, then that will give you a better stretch in the tricep. But I appreciate the back might need a little bit of extra support. Breathe out as you lower the arms down, and then we're going to do the same thing. Filling the lungs here on an in-breath, taking hold of the left elbow with the right hand, lean the other way, and feel that you are lengthening through the side. Also, if it's too much to lean, just hold, stay upright. You don't have to lean at all, just stay upright. And hold the tricep stretch. So whichever variation works, go with it. And then releasing that, hold that, we're going to bring your right hand across the body and just draw that arm in close to the chest. Let the upper back release a little bit here around the shoulder blade on the right side and around the shoulder of that arm that you're drawing in. Hold and breathe. Just want a little bit of a release there, and then when you're ready to take the arms wide, release the stretch and draw the other arm across the body. Bring it in close, hold the arm between elbow and shoulder joint, don't press on the joints. Breathe easy and let any tension go, looking to release around the top of the shoulder, at the top of the arm here, and then over the shoulder blade across the upper back. Feel that easing out away from the back. And then when you're ready, just let that release. Give yourself a couple of shoulder rolls. And then slow and steady, you're going to come back up to standing. And you have completed your restorative stretch session with me. If there are any others that are crying out to be done, then just give yourself a few more minutes and just do a few more stretches while you have the time and you're here doing the thing. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. See you soon.